Alright, let's talk about something that's been on my mind lately, the looming end of the International Space Station, or the ISS. Now, you might think, oh, it's just a space station. What's the big deal? But personally, I think this is a much bigger story than most people realize. It's not just about retiring an old piece of hardware. It's about what happens next and what it means for the US's position in space and on the global stage. Here's the thing. The ISS is set to retire as early as 2030, and the plan is for commercial companies to step in and build new space stations. Sounds great, right? Innovation, private sector involvement, all the buzzwords we love. But here's where it gets tricky. What if these new stations aren't ready in time? What if the US is left without a presence in low Earth orbit, Leo? That's not just a gap in science. It's a potential national security risk. And that's not me being dramatic. That's what experts are saying. What makes this really interesting is the context. China's already got its own space station, Tiangong, up and running. It's shiny, it's new, and it's hosting astronauts right now. If the ISS goes away and there's no US-led replacement, guess what? The world starts building technology that's compatible with Tiangong. From my perspective, this isn't just about space, it's about influence. It's like the early days of smartphones when Apple and Android became the dominant players. If the US isn't in the game, it's handing over a massive opportunity to someone else. Now, let's talk about the timeline. NASA's been pushing for commercial companies to take the lead, but there's been a lot of delay. A recent Senate bill even suggested extending the ISS's life to 2032 because, frankly, the replacements aren't ready yet. And it's not just about time. It's about money and direction. Private companies are waiting on NASA for guidance and funding, but NASA's been slow to issue its request for proposals. One thing that immediately stands out is how much of this depends on government action, even though we're calling it commercialization. In my opinion, it's more like privatization with a heavy dose of government dependency. What many people don't realize is that these commercial space stations aren't just going to pop up overnight. Companies like Axiom Space and Vast are pouring hundreds of millions into their projects, but they're still years away from launch. Vast, for example, is planning to launch a barebones station called Haven, one as early as 2027, but that's still a big if. And even if they succeed, will it be enough to fill the void left by the ISS? That's a deeper question that doesn't have an easy answer. A detail I find fascinating is the role of NASA in all this. They're essentially the kingmaker, deciding which companies get the contracts to build these new stations. But here's the catch. The money on the table, about $1.5 billion, is a fraction of what it costs to build the ISS. So, these companies are being asked to do a lot with relatively little. And if they don't get those contracts, can they really stay afloat? It's a high-stakes game, and the US's position in space is on the line. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about space stations. It's about leadership, innovation, and national pride. The ISS has been a symbol of international cooperation and US leadership for over 25 years. Losing that without a clear replacement could send a message that the US is stepping back from the frontier. And in a world where space is becoming increasingly crowded and competitive, that's a risky move. This raises a broader question. What does the future of space look like? Is it a place where nations compete for dominance, or is there room for collaboration? Personally, I think the answer is both. But right now, the US needs to decide what kind of role it wants to play. Because if it doesn't act fast, it might find itself playing catch-up, and that's not a position any superpower wants to be in. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, the end of the ISS isn't just the end of a space station, it's a turning point. It's a chance for the US to either reaffirm its leadership in space or risk losing ground to competitors like China. And that's a decision that will shape not just the future of space exploration, but the future of global influence. What this really suggests is that space isn't just the final frontier, it's the next battleground for leadership, innovation, and power. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is the US doing enough to stay ahead in space? Or is it time to hit the panic button?